And now it's time for the Hump Day edition of Weather with a Beat. Seattle, 80 degrees and sunny. Portland, 65 the same. 94 in Sacramento, 67 in San Francisco, 89 in LA, 85 in San Diego. All California points clear. 106 in thunderstorms in Las Vegas, 108 in Phoenix, 89 in thunderstorms in Albuquerque, 88 degrees and clear in Denver, 97 hot in Salt Lake City, 81 and clear in Omaha, Nebraska, 88 in Topeka, Kansas, 88 in Oklahoma City, all clear. Sunny in the Lone Star State, 93 in Amarillo, 93 in Houston, 90 in Dallas, 88 thunderstorms in New Orleans, 85 and sunny in Little Rock, same in St. Louis, 83 and clear in Chicago, 83 and clear in Indianapolis, 86 sunny degrees in Atlanta, along the eastern seaboard, 90 in Miami, 85 degrees and thunderstorms in Charlotte, 84 and clear in Roanoke, 86 sunny day in Washington, D.C., 83 and clear in New York City, and 79 nice day in Boston. Happy Hump Day from Weather with a Beat.
Daybreak USA, I'm Jet Williams, and you are in the jet stream. The Bats stopped by a glove. Aaron Hicks ended things in the 10th inning with a diving catch at the warning track. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. Beating the Twins a final score of 14-12. The game lasted 5 hours, 3 minutes and saw 5 lead changes. Rest of the American League board, Jays beat the Tribe, Red Sox get over on the Rays, the A's beat the Stros, Rangers deep six the Mariners. National League, Trey Turner hit for the cycle, the Nats roll past the Rocks 11-1. Elsewhere, Giants dwarf the Cubs, Cards beat the Pirates, Mets get over on the Padres, Reds beat the Brewers. Interleague style, a few games there. Royals beat the Braves, Halos get over on the Dodgers, Philadelphia tames the Tigers, the O's get over on the Diamondbacks, and the Fish beat the other pair of Sox, the white one from Chicago, to round out the board. Going now to football, AP needs a good CPA, or needed one. Star running back Adrian Peterson has made nearly $100 million during his playing career, but reportedly he doesn't have much of that money left. AP reportedly owes a lot of people a lot of money. His lawyer said he simply trusted the wrong people. Things like this have happened before. You'll note Terrell Owens, Mike Tyson, and others. Now that sound that you hear in the background is the sound of Adrian Peterson as he fires his financial advisor. It's also the sound of the jet stream as it passes by on this Wednesday morning. I now look down at my watch and plainly see it's now 35 minutes after the hour here on Daybreak USA.
Are you struggling with addiction or alcohol problems? If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-854-1055. 800-854-1055.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction Hope and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares. Call 800-854-1055. 800-854-1055. 800-854-1055.
Money, 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 money. You gotta have it. When you need it, what do? If you don't have a rich uncle, call Lending Tree. With us, hundreds of banks compete for your business, so you'll get loans with competitive interest rates, and in some cases, with no closing costs. So here's the deal. If you need money, call us. Do you want to refinance your current loan? Are you 62 or older and interested in a reverse mortgage? Then call Lending Tree now. 800-634-1315, 800-634-1315. We've closed over $250 billion in loans. We know what we're doing and can help you. Call right now for a free quote. 800-634-1315, 800-634-1315, 800-634-1315. That's 800-634-1315. NMLS number 1136.
Welcome back! Nice to see your smiling Wednesday morning face at 23 minutes before the hour.
That means to place your next hour here.
And Robert Mueller has entered the room!
The many faces of Robert Mueller.
One face, that's all there is.
One face.
One face per person.
One face, that's all you get. He's so serious.
And if you are listening to us live in
Thank
1
you.
hour from now, if you are not listening to live, then figure out when it was. Commander Neil A. Armstrong, command pilot of the module, Michael Collins, and the lunar module pilot, Edward E. Buzz Aldrin Jr., are 1 hour away from touchdown in the historic flight that made history. They will be doing what Jack Kennedy said. We will send a man to the moon and return him to Earth safely. Their return to Earth comes up 1 hour from now.
Wow.
Had any of them gotten sick or unable to appear for any reason, they would have been replaced by James A. Lovell, William A. Anders, or Frederick W. Halsey, Jr. But those names are not in the history books because they didn't do it. Can you imagine the anxiety of getting home?
No, I can't. But in a way, I can.
8 days.
Obviously, I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know.
Deke Slayton, Capcom communicator, said they were ready to land. And the landing was probably the best landing in the ocean of any spacecraft we had ever set off. It was less than a mile away from the ship, and it was less than half a mile away from the helicopters when they hit the water. They were only in the water a matter of maybe a minute and a half that the helicopter and the divers were there.
Yeah, I remember them being right there for them.
And the capsule were lifted onto the deck of the ship, and they were put in an isolation trailer for 30 days.
You know, it's funny. I think it was Neil Armstrong that talked about, you know, looking back on the way things were done. Of course, you reflect upon this, and they were so worried about possibly
we didn't know.
Yeah, we didn't know, so we put the astronauts in isolation because they may or may not have a moon virus.
Yes.
But he said the funny thing is, the more I look back on it and realize if they were going to catch something or we were going to bring back something dangerous, the minute they opened that door, whatever it was would have been released.
He's not a physician. I don't know whether or
but
not
that
he's
was just
capable of
something
saying
he looked back on.
That's what he surmised, and maybe it was true. As it turned out,
something else
it's a dead planet.
We didn't get to when we talked about some of the unknown things about that mission, about Apollo 11.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing, and I found this to be one of the most interesting things, that during a meeting, and I can't remember exactly, it was a government official was talking with President Kennedy about how he wanted to go to the moon. And Kennedy said in the quote, I'll try and find it, who he was talking to. He said, I don't really give a damn about the space program. He said, I want to beat the Russians.
Yeah, I did that quote last week.
So, yeah.
And that was our goal.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Now, the Apollo space program brought many inventions to the United States.
Velcro!
The dustbuster.
Really?
Yeah. Thermal blankets that we're seeing now on the border.
Aluminum foil.
Basically. Advanced cameras, of course.
Tang.
Yes.
Well,
what kid from the 60s did not have a glass of Tang every so often?
Bridge shock absorbers.
There were no shock absorbers before.
In bridges, they didn't put them in.
Oh.
You have to listen to the whole sentence.
Bridge. I wasn't sure what you meant there.
Fireproof firefighter uniforms. That seems like a pretty simple one. Pretty logical.
Yeah.
Vacuum sealed food.
Oh, speaking of vacuum-sealed food, you have not tried your ice cream bar.
Well, you open it once and it gets very hard. You can't use that. That's why I did it that way.
Oh, you're saving it.
Yes.
Okay, yes. We'd gotten that from the
Some other
Science
inventions,
Institute.
the CAT scanner.
Really?
Yes.
I wonder how that
The
got
computer
developed.
microchip was basically perfected when they were up there because it was part of the guidance computer. Cordless tools, power drills, vacuum cleaners, technology designed to drill for moon samples.
And they had to be cordless.
Here's one of the things. Prior to this, there were two ways to take your temperature. One of them much more accepted than others.
Yes.
Okay.
Way back when. Yeah.
But the ear thermometer
Yes.
was invented in space.
For space or in space?
Well, they perfected it while they were up there. Insulation, the materials used in homes to make them more heat resistant. The Invisalign braces that you see on TV all the time now, so that your teeth wouldn't chatter around in your head.
Really?
At 8 Gs. Yes, also the joystick
8 Gs.
for
What fun.
gaming devices. That wasn't made before that. They were actually flying the capsule with one of those joysticks like you use on
in a video
games.
game.
Yes.
Wow.
Satellite television technology, obviously. And just some of the things that they used to go through Project Apollo. Amazing.
Very
The
interesting.
mooncast that we still use when football players, for instance, break their leg on the field, the moon boots and things like that, the inflatable casts and things like that. Those were all made for spacecraft.
I had one of those.
There you go.
I'll be ding-donged. How
So there
about
you
that?
go. Just some of the things. People say, why do we go to space?
Oh,
Well,
we've had a lot of
many
things.
plants have been cross-pollinated and cross-bred also by going to space because you can't do it except in a weightless atmosphere. Important
Interesting.
Stuff. Rod
Yes,
and Ray
it
are
is
on a
important
radio.
stuff.
Welcome home, guys. This is
Daybreak USA.
Got it.
Welcome back. Nice to have you with us at 12 minutes before your hour. Happy birthday, July 24th. Goes out to Simón Bolívar, an explorer born in 1783. We said earlier Amelia Earhart, born this day in 1898. But the man with the tear running down his eye,
Yes, we need to replay that PSA.
Chief Dan George, born this day in 1899. Bella Abzug, the famous congresswoman from the state of New York, born this day in 1920. Also born on this day, Ruth Buzzy.
Oh, she was so cute.
Wacky.
And funny, yes.
She is 83 years old now.
Oh, happy birthday, Ruth Buzzy.
There you go.
Yes, if
There
you
you go.
happen to be
Buzzing
hearing us
around,
somehow. Yeah.
Very funny actor, did a lot of comedic movies, including Airplane. Robert Hayes, born this day in 1947, so he is 72 years of age.
Well, happy birthday to
Wonder
him.
Woman! Wonder Woman!
Yes?
Linda Carter, born this day in 1951, makes her 68 years old today.
She
Still
looks
warding
great.
off bullets.
Yes.
Rod, I gotta tell you, my first ever real celebrity crush was, Linda Carter as Wonder Woman.
I don't blame you. I understand.
She was very
You went
pretty
for older
woman.
women, obviously.
I went from Barbara Mandrell to her. Why did I
Now,
just say
that's
Barbara
a-
Mandrell on the air? Jeez.
As they say at the racetrack, you've stepped up in class.
No, Barbara Mandrell was very pretty, and one of the Mandrell sisters. Nice day, let's play 3. Nobody ever said that. Okay. Also, happy birthday wishes to J-Lo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's hot. I'll give her that. God
she's
bless
hot,
her.
And
she's hot.
49 years old.
Doesn't look it.
No. Good girl. She's living in denial of her age. I love it.
Yes. She's looking pretty
Age
good.
is but a number.
Very pretty woman. Some other events that happened on this day in history. The U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt gave his 4th fireside chat.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Presidents on TV.
Presidents on radio.
Yeah, and radio. In that day, 1933.
Yes, everybody sat around and watched the radio.
And on this day in 1956, a sad day in comedy, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis broke up. They ended their partnership that had begun in 1946. It lasted 10 years.
Have you ever heard or through the grapevine what really happened? They just got tired of each other?
Well, they traveled together, obviously, all those things. But the truth of the matter was, Dean Martin was a singer and Jerry Lewis was a comic. Jerry Lewis wanted to produce and direct movies, and Dean Martin wanted to be a singer. And they were both very successful. I remember as a little kid going to Jerry Lewis
Dean
movies
Martin
on the
movies.
weekends.
Oh, yeah, and I remember the Martin and Lewis movies growing up.
I mean,
they were that's classic Americana.
Dean
Martin
later as
was good in the movies.
Later as Matt Helm, as a detective and a super agent and all that stuff.
He was
suave. And Jerry Lewis, and of course,
and handsome and could sing.
I was there the night that
all those wonderful things.
Frank Sinatra brought them back together on the Jerry Lewis telethon. One of the most tense, uncomfortable situations
I was
ever in as a TV producer. The associate director came to me and said, take camera 3 and put it on the right side of the stage and don't move off of that curtain no matter what. If the building catches on fire, do not move that camera.
Really?
Yeah. And
so this is the Jerry Lewis telethon. What
right.
year? 73?
This
did you
was
say?
in 1950.
No.
When
the director came
Jerry
over.
Lewis, no, he was the associate director.
Okay.
I was the technical director. I don't have a year for it, but I believe I'm trying to put it together. 1986.
That late?
Oh yeah, it was at the death of.
Wow.
It was at the death of Dean's son, Dino Jr.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyhow.
So, take us back there. Your camera, you're
focused on the right side of the stage, and they said, "Don't move it." And Sinatra came out, and he talked to Jerry, and they did a little bit. You know, they were part of the Rat Pack, and
sure.
They all hung
they
out
were
together
at home
a lot,
in Las
and
Vegas,
they were on
right.
Las Vegas on the stage and everything. He said, "I got somebody I want you to meet," and he walked off the stage.
This is Sinatra.
Sinatra did, and he led
Dean
Martin back onto the stage by hand. They hugged, and Jerry was furious. Jerry was furious because his friend duped him into it. And
on the air, Jerry was furious?
He never said a word. They hugged in the middle of the stage, and it was a very short thing. A couple of days later, Jerry did go to Dino Jr.'s, Dino, his name was Dino, funeral. Of course, he had died in the crash of a jet that he was flying, and so it was very, very tense. It was not comfortable at all.
At what point? Okay, so Sinatra brings Dean Martin out. Martin and Lewis hug. Do they sit down in a Johnny Carson fashion?
Sinatra sang after that.
Sinatra sang?
Sinatra sang.
How quickly after that episode
30 seconds at most. That's all the meeting lasted. Billy Martin was fired for the first time of 3 times wearing the pinstripes on this day. Rod and Ray are on the radio, and this is...
It's Daybreak USA.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS and you cannot afford to make payments to the IRS, you may qualify for the CNC tax program. This is a new program, and if you qualify, you won't make any payments to the IRS while in this program. Once you're accepted into this program, the IRS is forced to stop all harassing collection activities. No threatening phone calls, no wage garnishments, no bank levies, and no more monthly payments to the IRS. Get ready to write this number down. It's the most important number you'll ever need to end your IRS tax nightmare. Call Paramount Tax Relief at 800-547-4804 for a free confidential consultation to find out if you qualify for the CNC tax program. Once you are accepted into the CNC tax program, you won't make any payments to the IRS while in this program. Call Paramount Tax Relief now at 800-547-4804. That's 800-547-4804. Again, 800-547-4804.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-561-5716. That's 800-561-5716. Again, 800-561-5716.
Well, I'll give you this with a grain of salt just because it happens to be in the headlines. Trump reportedly asked aides to find a way to weaken the dollar. Experts say that would be currency manipulation, a practice the president hates. This comes to us from Market Insider. And how about that nice little ditty playing underneath me? Sounds like it's from the telethon that we just talked about.
Sounds like something from Frasier.
Yes, that
My
too.
favorite show.
Yes.
It didn't hold up when it was on originally.
Yes. Also, Bloomberg is backing up this story as well. Trump has grown increasingly frustrated with the strength of the dollar as his administration pursues its signature, quote, America First agenda.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of great growth rate when the dollar stays flat. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that insolvency is what causes the major swings, and that's what you want. The Dow Jones, by the way, was up 17 yesterday. Will open the morning at 27,171.90. NASDAQ was up a good 57.65 at 8204.14. S&P 500 up 8.42 at 2985.03 as they get ready to leap the 3,000 mark again. Those numbers on the stock market are very, very, very tough to sink anything negative into in what the president has done to the economy. Those are solid numbers, solid across the board, good times and bad. We saw a tremendous loss in the stock in Boeing, about $18 billion worth over the course of the last 2 months with the MAX 8. That now we've set that date back to next year till they get back in the air. American Airlines is talking about junking the fleet because the confidence level will be so low if they ever fly again that you just may not get people to fly on them. It's as simple as that.
Well, we certainly have lost faith in the FDA as well as Boeing.
No, it has nothing to do with the FDA.
Or the FAA.
I just got to say this. All this Mueller stuff is all well and good. The thing that scares me, we have not done one thing to make sure we get an honest election. And when people aren't sure the election is honest, you end up with a dictator. That's the problem.
That's very scary.
We'll see you next time. Until then, for Captain Chris and Rachel Marie, I'm Rod, reminding you and only you to have a nice one.
Whatever it just might be.